What's up everyone? Welcome back to BATV, and it's been a while since I've uploaded, but the holidays were here, Christmas. This is the week before New Year's, and I've ordered some parts for the Prelude. I was hoping to get them in sooner, but obviously the holidays delay packaging, but I got some really good stuff here. And I'm gonna go ahead and unbox it so you guys can see. This here is a new cluster, and I have absolutely no idea if the cluster is gonna be the problem or not. But I found one for sale from a Facebook group, another member, and I managed to get a hold of this 88-89 Honda Prelude cluster, which is different than the 9091, and I'm not even sure the miles. 118. It looks to be in good condition. I'm not really sure, like I said, if this is the problem or not, but I'm going to compare this, which was operational, to the one that I have. We're going to go from there and see what it looks like. So if you know anything about four-wheel steering Preludes, you know that there is a special tool to align the rear tires to the front, and I managed to find one from a fellow enthusiast. There was a group buy for them, and he has had quite a bit of success with his Prelude. You should check out his channel. I'll put the link in the description. But this is a four-wheel steering locking tool so that I can get this car aligned. Now the trick here is if I can get it open. Nice pickup, definitely something I'm going to need going into the future. Having this car, once I eventually lower it, put some wheels on it, I'm going to need to get it aligned appropriately, and this is going to be the tool that I need. Lastly, I picked up some, it's good packaging here, picked up some really nice badges that this car was missing. The previous owner told me that the owner before him removed some badges, and that's unfortunate because these badges are not cheap. But we found them. We got the steering wheel badge, put that on, and we got the two door pillars on the exterior. Those are going to be a nice addition. So the last time I was in here, I left most of the dash disconnected, so I'm going to swap over this cluster and I'm going to see if it works. There's a cable that runs from the transmission to this input, which connects here, which I'm under the impression of is faulty. I'm not exactly sure, but I know that this is part of the tachometer, and then electronically this portion of the cluster sends the data through this board and then connects in here. It's my only guess that that is the issue with this cluster, and hopefully the new cluster will have a better one. If you need more detail on this, feel free to leave a message in the comments and I'll do my best to explain. But so I'm just looking over these parts here, and so I have 3 clusters now, and the original sticker is on the new cluster here. So the cluster that I assume was replaced at some point in this car has 105,000 miles, which we are not using. And the additional cluster that came with the car had 352,000 miles. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but you can see that it's broken. So I just noticed the first difference in the new cluster that I got, and I don't really know what it means yet, but this board on top here, which I'm assuming goes to lights for the cluster to illuminate itself, It doesn't have any soldering joints. I mean, this board almost looks new. It's labeled a 6/487. I don't know what that means, but this is a 5/1957, which matches back here, which makes me think that this was changed out because this has a NST 187 on it. And this one has 5/129, but it is also different back here, NST 2719. They both say 64 for some reason. Let's see, 64. It's something to do with the assembly process, I'm sure. But I really don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, you can see the difference here in these. And then with these. And this is like the new one, you know? I'm gonna put it in and see what happens. This gauge reads a fuel tank, but I don't know if my fuel tank sending unit operates. So we're just gonna turn it on and see if it does anything. I got a battery light, so that's something. I'm not even sure of the state of the motor right now. It's been a while since I've been in the garage. I think it's okay to start. Nothing on the cluster. That's really disappointing. Officially have no idea about the cluster. The cluster not working has really caused a whole plethora of interesting thoughts in my head. And so as I'm taking the dash apart, I'm looking at certain things, just, you know, trying to understand where it is I need to take certain bolts out to be able to remove certain things. And I'm finding more and more where someone has messed with this car beyond what a typical person might do. It's got to be the reason the cluster doesn't work. I keep finding random bolts or screws in places that don't match, where there should be two of the same, etc. Or completely missing bolts or screws altogether in areas where I'm looking, and it just doesn't make any sense. Why would that? Someone has been inside of this dash before. And because of that, it makes me think that the cluster doesn't work for that reason exactly. Well, I think I've got just about everything disconnected that needs to be to remove the dash. So we're gonna try to pull it out. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Get the harnesses out of the way. Alright, that's the main dash harness there. I have the AC disconnected. There's one more harness up here for the clock. That's out. I don't know why there are no door hinges on this car, but it is quite literally the worst thing I've ever experienced. The doors closing on me all the time. Ah, we got it! Dash is out. This is the ground that's behind the dash that is in question for me. I'm gonna run through some wiring stuff here and we're gonna see what we can find. So I have no idea if what I just found is the solution, but I just found something. A connector going into the main fuse panel underneath the dash here was just not connected. I could have easily seen that without the dash being out, but having the dash out allowed me to see the wires better. It's a little frustrating to realize that now. I mean, it quite literally was just a connector that was not connected. I have no idea if that's gonna solve the problem, but I'm roughing everything in for a quick test to see if the cluster is gonna operate. All right, guys, did a couple more things. Been fiddling with everything I can. I don't know, we'll see what happens. The cluster's working. The cluster is... That is super toit.